So I'm back again. Welcome back to the Let's Play of Chasing the Stars. And we're again here in this screen because I now know what the reason is because we don't get through it. It's I don't know how to explain it. I think it's a kind of bug. It's not a really a bug, but I texted the publisher also again, thank you for your really fast answer within 20 minutes. It's awesome. And I now know the solution. Yeah, I think I can call it solution. So I hope it works now when we click up. The up arrow symbol appears on the screen and the cursor blinks at his right. Next arrow then. It's again up. Another up arrow appears beside the first one and the cursor moves onward. Let's try the third arrow. It's down. A down arrow shows up next to the first and second ones. I think I'm doing it right. It's down. Another down arrow beside the others. Let's go to the next one. It's left. A left arrow appears right and next in the screen. Great. It seems we're not done yet though. Right. A sixth arrow shows up the next to the others, but the cursor keeps blinking one space away. How many arrows left? Left. How is it going, Tears? I think I've got it. It's the Konami code. Oh yes, it is. What? Never mind. Let me type. Oh, okay. Now it makes sense. Oh my god. Wow. I'm just stupid. Oh my god, there are video game characters on the screen and on the pen. The Konami code is one of the most famous codes ever. How can I not know this? Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Okay, this is really my fault. Oh my god. Okay, we're going on. Never mind, let me type one arrow more and I'm done. It's the arrow to the right. The original Konami code included AB at the end, but there aren't any letters in the screens. I click enter instead. And the desktop screen appears. You did it again! You're good at this. Congratulations, dude. But I bet you could also beat it, Akira. Sure, but to be honest, I wouldn't have thought of it. So I'm glad you're on the team. Well, congratulate ourselves once the job is done and we are safe outside. Just let me do this part. I leave him space and he goes straight to the photos, searching through them quickly. It takes him less than 5 minutes to finish deleting the documents he needed. We all watch him work, mesmerized. And that's it. Another great teamwork finished. Let's go. It's already dark when you go out and the street is completely empty. Roy slaps my back so hard that I have a coating fit, but he looks not happy that I don't dare to complain. Well done, my boy. I'm glad we have another smart member in the team. The others congratulate me as well. Hey, it wasn't all my doing. As you said, it was a teamwork. Akira took care of the cameras. You did the extra task and I bet the mark and you planned the details. Of course, but since you're the new member, I think a bit of butter up doesn't hurt. Okay. I have tons of work to do at home, so I'll leave now. Oh, already leaving? You must promise you will have a beer with us one of these days. Yes, of course, but not during exams. Nice, you're responsible. Tell that to Paul, I thought to myself. I wave goodbye to them and go back home. I'm already thinking of the civil engineering project I'm finishing today.
Tears! Yay! About time you appeared.
She's right as ever. I had the intention of coming to the cafeteria and have lunch with them on Monday or Tuesday. But in the end, once I handed the damn project in on Monday, I was so exhausted that I fell ill for a couple of days. So here we are, already Friday, but back on track and full steam.
Did you miss me?
Lilla smirks and Paul rolled his eyes. Well, what did I expect?
Yes, Your Majesty.
I sit down with my tray and start eating.
So, how's your week been? Have you finished exams?
Still one to go, but I think everything is under control. You?
I study Paul, who's uneasy silent with the corner of my eye.
Yes, everything is under control too.
I am about to ask Paul about his exam, but he focused on his meal and doesn't look me in the eye. So I listened to Lilla rambling about last weekend and some party instead.
Can you believe when we arrived there they were already about to close? But luckily...
And at that very moment, Poe suddenly looks straight at me with a taken aback face, frowns hard and stands up in a jump, making the table rattle.
Sorry, I must go now. I've also got stuff to do.
Poe grabs his belongings and a lamp and leaves without any further explanations. I share a long glance with Lila.
What the hell? What's wrong with him?
She sighs and smirks at me with the best know-it-all demeanor.
Can't you guess? This is the first time we see or talk with you in 2 weeks.
No need to be so passive-aggressive about it.
In fact, I think he's been trying to contact you directly these days.
And that's true. He did ping on my computer 2 or 3 times, but I either didn't reply or told him I was too
But
busy.
it seems you weren't too busy for other kinds of stuff.
I blink. What? I follow her eyes up to my neck and reach out to touch it with my fingers. Oh shit. I noticed a big love bed this morning while shaving, and I meant to cover it with a scarf, but I forgot it afterwards. I rubbed the spot and covered it with my hand.
This is nothing, I assure you.
Something that you forgot to tell us, huh?
No, seriously, there's nothing to tell.
Except that now Paul thinks I have enough free time to fool around, although I'm unable to find a bit of time for him. Shit. He's not that wrong, right? It didn't go out with Mark in the end, but it's true that we met for a little while in his office. And Paul is still good friends with Nil. He must be so disappointed in me. Same as if I would be betraying Nil. We were together for so long, after all. God, I feel like crap.
Look, I'll talk with Paul. I can't stand it when he's mad at me.
Fine. He's a good friend to yours.
I know that.
So don't let him go. You should really have a long and overdue conversation with him.
Hey, it's not that bad. It's only been 2 weeks. I'm sure going out for a beer will turn things back to normal.
She seems about to say something else, but hesitates for a long moment.
What?
No, it's nothing. Let me finish what I was telling you before, okay?
I nod and resume eating my lunch while listening to her story. I have a hunch that whatever she's not saying, it's not nothing, but I'm tired and worried enough. Whatever it is, it will have to wait. When I arrive home in the morning after spending a couple of hours in the lab, the first thing I do is call Paul. I sit on my bed and send him a chat request. A window with Paul's face appears shortly as I expected. Hello. Paul stares at me with a serious face for a moment before answering me. Hi, Tears. How are you? I thought of reaching out since today we could barely talk. He looks away, clearly uncomfortable. What's wrong with him? I'm busy, sorry. I'm preparing a presentation for our teamwork, so I don't have time for chatting. I'm sorry. Wait, Paul! He turns to look directly at me before disconnecting the call, and his eyes are unusual cold. What do you want? I can't remember the last time I ever... Paul looked at me this way. It makes me something inside my chest ache with a sharp pain. No, nothing. I will call you another day. His screen is turned off without a farewell word. I flop down on the bed and mess my hair nervously. Wow. Paul is seriously mad at me, and I can't understand what the hell happens. I mean, we've been through exams periods before, right? He must be used to the way I hide from the world and focus on studying only. I'm sure he is. Is he really so hurt because I'm seeing someone and I haven't told him about it? He thinks it's too soon after Nil. Oh damn, this makes me feel like garbage, knowing he's disappointed in me. I shouldn't have called him by chat. I need to talk to him in person. Tomorrow I'll go to the cafeteria, and I try to arrive early so I can take him to a table just for the two of us and speak in private. I'm sure Lila won't mind. She must want to see his issue settled as much as us. Feeling a bit more at ease with myself, I decide it's time for a shower and dinner. Things will go back to normal once I speak with Paul, I'm 100% sure. This is the third time I come to the cafeteria this week, and still no trace of Paul or Lila. I suddenly see Lila behind a group of people. Oh, at last. I approach her with a smile, but when I look around her, Paul is nowhere to be seen. Hi, Lila. Tears, hey. Is Paul not with you? Oh, he was right here, but ran away as soon as he saw you stepping in the cafeteria. Really? She starts jiggling like a schoolgirl. Of course not, I was joking. But it might well happen, right? No, geez, don't be like that. Come on, order your food, I'll wait for you at our table. I do as I'm told and sauntered to our table once I have a full tray. Thank God you appeared. I thought I would to eat lunch on my own. I had to yesterday. I came here, but you two didn't come. Lila frowns and sits down and we start to eat it amidst an awkward silence. So, Paul is basically avoiding me. She raises her eyes from her food and stares at me. No need to answer. It wasn't a question anyway. I throw my fork onto my plate with more force than necessary and it bounces to the table. Look, I wanted to apologize to Paul if it's an apology what he wants. But he won't speak to me or chat or in person. I know he's Nip's friend too and I didn't notice I was putting him in the middle. It's because of that, right? He's offended because he thinks I should have waited longer before fooling around. Please tell him that I'm sorry for disappointing him and that this is nothing serious at all. It's not exactly that. No? Then I don't get it. Paul is not angry, he's having a bad time right now. She makes a pause and bites her lower lip thinking. What happened? You should really talk to him. But tell me, what's wrong with him? I promised him I wouldn't say a word, so don't ask me anymore, please. Go and talk with him. I don't understand. He's having a bad time, you say, and he hasn't told me about it? I thought I was his best friend. But then I think of all the things I've been keeping bottled up inside lately, and I can't help but start feeling defeated. Alright, but how can I speak to him if he doesn't want to see me? You can try a little harder, you know? It wouldn't kill you to come to the Night Spy this Friday evening, for example? I groan. I'm definitely not in the mood for a serious talk with my best friend in a place full of noise and people. She shrugs. Then keep chasing him around the university. Your choice. I pretended to throw the content of my glass at her, which is empty by now, and she sticks up her tongue to me. It seems I won't have other options than going out this Friday. Dear dude, any plans for the night? I unstuck my eyes from my computer screen for a moment, blinking. Ah, it's true, today's Friday, isn't it? I stretch my arms over my hand, my shoulders crack. Damn, releasing some tensions would be nice. I think I'll pass by the Night Spy after dinner. Ah, cool, we could meet there then. Or even go eat something before, what do you say? There's that little pizzeria that I wanted to go to, remember? Right, this would be a good chance. Alright with me. At 9 then, in the corner of the Night Spy alley and the main street? Fine. Yeah. We go back to our tasks, but I'm feeling utterly pumped for tonight. Paul is right after all, there's more to live than working. Sometime after that, Beale awkwardly walks in our lap. He stares at my back for some seconds while he leans against the door frame as he was trying to decide if he should enter the lab or stay in the corridor. If glances could pierce through skin and flesh, it would have a nice hole in my torso cheese. What does he want? I think it was clear enough with him. I don't turn from my computer and after a long moment he finally leaves. Without a word, very Beale's keep. What was that? I shrug. No idea. He's acting weirder than usual. Not our problem, right? I feel bad for saying so, but the words are out. I'm not usually mean, or at least I try to be, but I have enough on my plate lately to bother with Beale's problems. I go back to work. A couple of hours have passed by and my shoulders are now so tense that I could crack a nut with them. Fortunately, it's about time to leave. By my side, Quim and Zoe are already starting to clear up. T.S., can you come to my office, please? I don't miss the once over Mark addressed me. Oh, today? I have plans, but it's still early. I think I have enough time before meeting my mates for dinner. Sure, I'll go in a moment. Let me finish this first. Mark winks at me and goes inside his office again. Then I noticed I am being intensely watched. When I turn around, Ren is staring at me with suspicion. He surely calls you to his office a lot. I tried to shrug it off, but his gaze is making me feel nervous. I bet he has been sent the first models of the dome and wants to show them to me. You know, to check everything is right before showing them to the whole team. He really relies a lot on you, Tears. But of course, you're brilliant, so it's well deserved. Yeah, I guess. I don't like Ren's tone of voice when he says that. I guess he's just jealous. After all, I was the last person in joining the team, but he's been here for more than a year. Or perhaps... I look at him with the corner of my eye, trying to be discreet, and he's still studying me. So unnerving. I remember the conversation about Beale and how Ren thinks about the fact of sleeping with a teacher. He might be suspecting something about Mark and me. Roy is sitting in the armchair in Mark's office and waves at me when I step in and close the door behind my back. Oh, Roy, I didn't expect to see you here. Yeah, I wasn't too sure, but Mark insisted. They share a pointed look that I don't get. Mark seems amused, while Roy looks a bit uncertain. I sit on the edge of Mark's desk between the two men. So, we have another task? When? Now. Oh, you could have warned me ahead. I already have plans for today. Leave them. This is more important. I glance at him for a moment. I think of Poe, but he's right, and this is important. I can see Poe another day. It doesn't have to be tonight. Although, I frown, thinking hard. Is there any problem? If you say it's important, then I must go. Roy, what time do you think we will be finished? He shrugs. The place is in the outskirts of town, but I have a car waiting outside. If everything goes according to the plan, I think we can back around midnight. Great. Paul and Lilla will be still at the Night Spy. I'll only have to cancel dinner with my lab mates, but I can meet them later too. It's okay with me, then. Ready to go when you are. Mark arches an eyebrow and smirks. I hope you aren't ruining your date. It wasn't a date. I was going out with Quim, Ren, and Zoe. I'm sorry then. He's only sorry then? What a cheeky bastard he is sometimes. Let me grab my stuff and excuse myself with my friends and we can leave. Perfect, I'll wait for you outside in the back alley. As I suspected, the first time I met him, he must come to Mark's office through the window since I don't think this kind of building has secret passages. We're on the ground floor anyway, so it's feasible. My friends were a bit disappointed when I told them I wasn't going to meet them for dinner, but we agreed to meet later at the Night Spy. I hope everything is fine with them. Ren wouldn't look me in the eye and he was exceptionally serious. I mean, he can be very serious when he wants, but I think he smells something. I must tell Mark to be more discreet. We can meet with Roy outside the building or in the cafeteria. I know his office is more private, but it's starting to look suspicious. Tears, in here. I spot Akira at the driver's seat of a car with Roy sitting by her side, and I walk hurriedly with them. Hello. Get inside, we're waiting for Noor. I'll tell you the details while she arrives. I open the car door and get in the back seat. What about Brew? Isn't he coming? We pick him up on our way. He lives closer to the place we're going. Ah, great. And where is it? It's a pharmaceutical lab. I won't tell you the name, but it belongs to a rather important pharmaceutical brand. So, of course, that means the security will be higher this time. I'm not uneasy. The buildings we sneaked in before had alarm doors and security guards. Well, multiply that by 10 now. I'm nervous. Will we be able to enter the lab then? I told Mark perhaps it's too risky for you, but he says you're ready to become more involved with our project. He makes a long pause. I hope he's not wrong. I hesitate, looking for the right words. You see, it would be really exciting, like living a great adventure. Akira smiles widely and looks at me with expectation. I let out a dramatic sigh. I guess I don't have any other option, not when they trust me like this, right? Of course, I told you I'm with you guys. Roy lets the thunderous laughter go and claps my back hard. I didn't expect any less of you. You'd make such a brave soldier, Turs. So, what's your objective in that lab? He gets serious and looks askance at me before answering. This time's another covert action, I'm afraid. Delaying the research by small tampering will only get us so far. We have another line of action going on, which includes destruction of property. We need to get to the news so the world knows there's something fishy going on. Something the Conclave is not telling to the general public. So we get to be mischievous. It will be fun. I'm trying to process this new information. Hold on. Mark told me we needed to be discreet. We don't want the terraforming project to be stopped by the authorities. Ha, as if. The Conclave is the authorities. Akira's right. Once the terraforming was voted, budget and decided, there's no way the international community is going to be able to stop it. They all rely on the Conclave they created. Remember that the Conclave isn't formed only by scientists. There is representatives from the army as well. My gaze goes automatically to his arm. I wonder how high in the army he was, and if he was one of those representatives. As if I'm reading my mind, he shakes his head in denial. No, I never was a representative. I don't like this word. From the army. I was only a captain when an explosion forced me to retire. But as surely Mark explained to you, there's a lot of money involved in the terraforming project, so it won't be stopped. But if the general public asks for explanations, perhaps it will be temporarily halted, right? He nods. That's the plan. But we must be discreet anyway, because there are some Conclave members involved like Mark, so we must make trouble for them. Got that? Remember, if we ever got caught and the police ask you, leave Mark outside of this. Of course, I already know that. We turn our faces to the sound of steps entering the alley. Noor approaches the car in a hurry and sits by my side. I'm sorry for being late. Hello, Noor. It's okay now. We can leave.